Hi everyone, today we will be discussing how do we use ratio tables to find the unit rate. So yesterday's lesson we saw that unit rate always ends with a 1 on the bottom of the ratio. So we're comparing something to 1 and then whatever the rate is. We also saw that when we solve problems, all we are doing is dividing. So the top of the ratio divided by the bottom of the ratio, and that gives us per cup or per one something. Today we're going to look at using a ratio table so that we can find equivalent ratios. So we're going to look at using a ratio table to find the unit rate, so we can move forward and use that unit rate to solve ratio problems. So our first example says to find the unit rate when we have something that looks like this. We're comparing water to concentrate. And this is in cups, and the water is in pints. So we are comparing pints to cups. Sorry, that line got really crazy. Okay, it says that I have 4 to 2, get to 1, and then 6. Okay, so this is our ratio table here. And we're going to use this ratio 1 to identify the unit rate and then use that unit rate to solve for 6 cups. So we're going to start on the bottom, and I want to know, how do I get from 1 to 2? What did I do? So 1 times 2 gives me the 2. So on the top, I have to do the opposite, which is divide. So 4 divided by 2, and that is going to give me 2. I could also look at this problem and say, oh, well, I have a ratio of 4 over 2, or 4 divided by 2. And that's going to give me a rate of 2 to 1. So in this box right here, my first one is going to be 2. So in order for me to use this right here, this is my unit rate. And this is my unit rate because it's 2 over 1. 2 over 1. I have 2 pints for every 1 cup. I can use this now to create an equivalent fraction or an equivalent ratio. I need to get to 6 cups. So 1 times 6 equals 6 cups. So on the top, I'm going to multiply by 6. 2 times 6 is 12. 12 pints. So what's going to go here? This one's going to be 12. So my unit rate is 2 to 1, and I can use this unit rate to solve problems that move forward or have other numbers in the table. Okay, let's do another example. Example B. All right, in example B, I was hoping they were going to give me another ratio table. All right. I have distance in miles compared to time. So distance in miles compared to time. And the time is in seconds. All right, and in this ratio table, again, I'm going to start with one number or one ratio, which is 5 to 6. This is my first ratio. I want to know then how much in 1 second, how far can I run in 1 second? That's quite a bit. And then I want to know to 25 miles, how long it will take me. Okay, so we're going to use this information. We're going to use the unit rate to help us solve this. So here I have from 6 to 1. Well, to get from 6 to 1, I had to divide. Or let's just start here. 5 divided by 6. 5 divided by 6. That's my initial ratio. That's going to give me a 1. Well, 5 divided by 6, that is a fraction, right? That's a fraction, so let's just go ahead and use that fraction of 5 over 6. So I can run 5/6 of a mile in 1 minute. So this right here, this one is my unit rate. I found my unit rate by using division. So I just divide. My second step now is going to be to take this unit rate and multiply or divide to figure out what the time is. So how do I get from 5/6 to 25? Well, let's do 25 divided by 5 over 6, and that's going to give me, keep change flip. So I now have 25 over 1 times 6 over 5. Let's pull out our calculator so we don't have to do all this math in our head. So we have 25 times 6. That gives us 150. And 150 divided by 5 is 30. So I go 25 miles in 30 seconds. I must be driving really, really fast. Maybe it's flying or something because 30 seconds for 25 miles. That's really, really fast. Okay, let's do another example. Let's do this one that has, well, I want to do one with decimals too. But it doesn't have any decimal ones. Okay, let's use oh my goodness, the silence. The pausing. I just want to give you guys a good one. Okay, let's hike. Okay, we're going to hike miles and hours. So how many miles per hour? So our distance is going to be miles in our hike, and we're comparing that to hours. So miles to hours. And it says that I hike 1/4 of a mile in 1/6 of an hour. It wants to know how far I go in 1 hour and how far I go in 3 hours. So how far can I go with these times? So let's go ahead and start by first figuring out what is my unit rate. So I want to know what is my unit rate first, and then we'll move forward. So let's start by taking 1/4 divided by 1/6. This is going to give me my unit rate for 1. So 1/4 divided by 1/6. I'm going to use keep change flip. So now I have 1/4 times 6 over 1. And this gives me 6 over 4. Oops, 6 over 4. Let's go ahead and divide by 2 because we can reduce this problem by dividing by 2. And that's going to give us 3 over 2. So I can go 3 over 2 in 1 miles, 3 over 2 in 1 hour. So how much in 3? So now that I know my unit rate, I can use this and multiply it by the 3. So I'm just going to use that to multiply by the 3. So 3 over 2 times 3 over 2 over 1 times something over 3. All right, so now we're ready to multiply. We don't need this 1 right here. So we're going to put this 1 here, and now we're going to multiply. Oh, I wrote that wrong. This should be 3 over 1 because it's a whole number. 3 over 1 because it's a whole number. So 3 times 3 is 9, and 2 times 1 is 2. So 9 over 2 is how many miles I walk. So I multiplied this 3 because 1 times 3 is 3. I multiplied that 3 by 3 over 2, and that gave me 3 over 1 times 3 over 2, which is 9 over 2. All right, it's your turn now to do a try it. It's your turn to do a try it. Remember to find the unit rate first. And then once you find that unit rate, you can then multiply forward. So you can then multiply forward. Let's see here. I don't like these problems at all today. I'm sorry, you guys. These problems are yucky. Okay, so here, try it. You are going to go hiking. And again, you're looking for the unit rate. Actually, let's first just have you find the unit rate of $28 in 4 hours. How much do you make in 1 hour? How much would I make in 6 hours? Okay, that's your first one. And then try it number 2. We are going to look at miles per hour again. Okay, and in miles per hour, we are going to hike 5 miles in 2 hours. How much do we hike in 1 hour, and how much do we hike in 3 hours? Okay, go ahead and hit pause right now so you don't hear me solving this problem, and then when you are ready, come on back and hit play. Okay, so the first one, I'm going to just divide 28 divided by 4. 28 divided by 4, we're going to use our calculator, and then we're going to multiply forward with this. This gives us $7 in 1 hour. So if I do $7 per hour, how much in 6 hours? Now I'm just multiplying 7 times 6. And that is going to give us 42. Oops. So we go 7 times 6, and that's going to give us $42 per 6 hours. Okay, so you could set it up just like this as fractions. Those are all equivalent fractions now. These fractions here, let's do this one. So I get 5 divided by 2. Well, that is just 5 over 2. So 5 divided by 2, that we're going to keep that fraction as is. That's going to be equal to 1. So we're going to set this over 1, 5 over 2. And now we're going to multiply forward. So 5 over 2 times 3 over 1. That gives us 15 over 2. 15 over 2. So my answer up here on the top is 15 over 2. All right, how did you do on this, on your try-its? How did you do? It's the fractions that really tend to stump people, is those fractions there. So where are you at with your learning? How are you feeling about unit rate? 1, can you identify the unit rate by just using division? Can you just divide to a bottom of 1? 2, how are you feeling about multiplying forward? So multiplying forward to fill in the empty boxes. Where are you at with that learning? Go ahead and put your level of understanding out to the side. When you're finished, you can come on back to the Google Meet and ask for help, or you can go and do your practice work. As always, I appreciate all of your hard work and effort, and make it a great day.